Assalamu alaikum. Today we will start a new topic from the 5090 syllabus, which is movement into and out of the cells. Within this topic, the unit that we will cover will be unit 3.1, which is diffusion and osmosis. And from diffusion and osmosis, we will cover the first learning outcome, which is describing the role of water as a solvent in organisms with reference to digestion, excretion, and transport. So let's start. As you all know, water is the most important constituent of living things. Every living organism, every living thing is made up of water. In fact, if we take into account our whole body, it would not be wrong to say that our entire body is 70% to 75% water. And if we look at it from an individual's cellular point of view, within each cell also 75% of the contents of a cell is water. Because your cytoplasm is a gel-like substance. Your various other organelles also have water inside them. So without water, life is completely impossible. As we all know that water is also a very good solvent, meaning that it can dissolve most of the substances available, except for some exceptions like oil cannot dissolve in water, but many substances can dissolve in water, showing us that it is a good solvent. In fact, in many textbooks, it is also mentioned that water is a universal solvent, not only a good solvent, universal solvent, which means that it can dissolve most of the substances, chemical substances available in nature like sugar, salt, and various other substances. So because of the fact that it's a good solvent, water can take part in many essential chemical reactions inside our body. Be it the plant or the animals or the humans, water plays a very important role in chemical reactions. For example, photosynthesis is a process by means of which glucose is made in the presence of sunlight by the leaves of the plant. So this is a process which cannot happen in the absence of water. Water is needed to take part in this reaction. Similarly, in order to do digestion or to break down large food molecules into smaller food molecules, water is needed to split those molecules. Without water, digestion cannot take place. Besides that, most of the digestive juices inside our body, the digestive liquids like the stomach acid or the intestinal juices, are nothing but water. Our tears are water. Our joints inside the liquids is water. Similarly, the blood, which is an essential part of our body, right? It is also water. Our blood is made up of a liquid component and a cellular component. The liquid component is known as plasma. So if we take into account the chemical composition of plasma, it is 92% water. So our whole body is water. I'll give you some examples of the role of water in living organisms. The first example is that of the humans, in which I have drawn the diagram of a blood vessel, right? And this blood vessel is carrying blood, of course, and you can see many red blood cells flowing inside the blood vessel, and with that one white blood cell is also shown. And this liquid part in which these red blood cells are found, this liquid part of the blood, is plasma. So plasma, which is the liquid or watery component of the blood, it carries various substances which are necessary for our life, which is glucose, amino acids, hormones, neurotransmitters, means chemicals released by the brain, excretory products like carbon dioxide, urea, creatinine, etc. So had there been no plasma, these essential nutrients would not have been supplied to various cells of your body. It is only because of the plasma which is carrying these substances to each and every cell of our body, and this could not have been possible without the presence of water, right? Similarly, water is not only, or plasma is not only carrying useful substances, but it is eliminating these waste substances from our cells, which means that I would say that, let's say, if this is the direction of the plasma carrying useful substances to a cell in our body, let's say these are the cells, okay, so this will be the direction of the plasma carrying the excretory substances like carbon dioxide and urea and creatinine to different other parts of the body. Like carbon dioxide is made in the cell as an excretory product, and it is carried by plasma to the lungs so that we can exhale this carbon dioxide. So every chemical reaction, be it digestion, be it cellular respiration, be it the transport of various useful substances to the cells of the body, or the removal of excretory substances from the cells of your body, it is not possible without the presence of water. Water has a role to play in it. Second example is the importance or the role of water in carrying water and dissolved mineral salts to various parts of the plant, and also carrying sugar and dissolved amino acids to various parts of the plants. Although I won't be going into each and every part of the plant right now, but just to give you the feel of it, I would like to say that there are two vessels, or there are two tubes running in the plants. One of them is known as the xylem, which I have shown with a red color over here, and the other vessel or tube is the phloem, which I have shown in the blue color. The job of the xylem is that it carries water and dissolved mineral salts from the roots to all the parts of the plants, and you can see this red line is going everywhere because every part of the plant needs water and mineral salts. Whereas the job of the phloem, which is the vessel that is shown in blue color, is to carry dissolved sugars and amino acids. Now whenever I use the word dissolved, it means that these substances are soluble in water. So it is only because of the presence of water that these mineral salts and sugars and amino acids can be carried to different parts of the plants, and without which the functions of the plants could not be possible. Because if the plant cell does not get water and dissolved mineral salts, it won't be able to make food. Similarly, once the food is made inside the leaf, those dissolved sugars and amino acids will be carried from the leaf to different parts of the plant. So all this cannot be possible without water. And since water is a universal solvent, so it can dissolve the mineral salts also, and it can dissolve the sugars and the amino acids also. So this gives us a role of water in the plants. Moving on to the role of water in excretion. Right in front of you, you can see the organ kidney, okay, and you can see a tube-like structure coming out of it. This is that tube-like structure in which once the urine is formed inside the kidney, it will be passed through this tube-like structure, the urine, and it is passed out of our body. Now the purpose of formation of urine by the kidney is to eliminate those substances which we don't need, the toxic or the poisonous substances which we don't need in our body. Example is urea, creatinine, amino acids. So I have shown these substances, excretory substances, in the form of these red and blue dots. Different excretory substances are made inside the kidney, but since they are in the molecular form, they need some medium so that they can be dissolved in that medium and expelled out of the body, and that medium is water. Not only water acts as a medium in order to rid the body of these excretory substances, but water also has a diluting effect on these poisonous substances, because if these poisonous substances were not diluted in water, they would have caused harm to your body. So another very important use of water in our body is to help in the excretion, or in other words the removal or the elimination of these toxic substances from your body by dissolving in them and by providing a medium to them. So to sum up, we can say that today we did the role of water in living organisms under three headings basically, and those three headings are that water helps you in digestion of various substances, water helps in excretion of various substances, water helps in the transport of various substances, in different parts of the body so that they can be absorbed by the living cells. So for today, it's done. Next time, inshallah, we will be covering another learning outcome from the chapter movement into and out of the cells. So till then, Allah Hafiz.